Hi, this is Chris Sullivan. I'm the Vice President of Sales for the Fenix Group. I want to talk to you today a little bit about an easy, inexpensive way to protect just gray broomed concrete. We have a new driveway here. This was placed about a month ago, and one of the common problems we see across the whole country is spalling and scaling. Well, I want to talk to you about TK-290. This is a tri-siloxane. This is a penetrating sealer. This is going to protect from within, does not form a film. Typically almost a one-time application. Apply it once. Doesn't change the color of the concrete, doesn't produce a film, but it protects from water, de-icing salts, chemicals, pretty much any type of surface contamination that this driveway is going to come in contact with. This is an inexpensive, easy way to take care of any gray broomed concrete. So the first thing we need to do is prepare the surface. Even though this concrete is only a month old, we want to make sure that we're getting rid of efflorescence, any other contamination, leaf litter, dirt that might have gotten on here in that first month. This is where the Surecrete CSR comes into play. This is a 3-in-1 concrete cleaner, degreaser, and etcher. It's concentrated, so we're going to dilute it with water 2-to-1, and that will cover this driveway comfortably. So 1 gallon goes a long way. What we're going to do is we're going to spray it out, scrub it in, and then we'll come back and power wash the whole surface off. Surecrete SCR is a concentrate. It needs to be diluted 2 parts water to 1 part concentrated material. This is important. You always want to pour the material into the water, not the other way around. Once you have the proper dilution, always shake or mix well before using. 1 mixed gallon of material will treat 150 to 400 square feet depending on the surface porosity. Always make sure the surface of the concrete is damp prior to application. So now that we have sprayed out some water and made the concrete damp, I'm going to spray out the CSR in a nice even light coat and scrub it in with the broom. Spray the material in an even coat. Using a plastic pump-up sprayer is sufficient. Make sure you work it in with a stiff bristle brush. You can target any problem areas. Remember to keep the surface damp both before and after applying SCR to prevent the material from discoloring the concrete. A thorough rinse with water afterwards is also recommended. So this is a classic example. A lot of times you replace the driveway, the walkway, a sidewalk, but yet you've got some existing concrete that remains, just like we have here. We're going to have the protection of the TK-290. What do we do with the existing piece? Well, we could sure use the 290 here, but it would be nice if these two match each other. Well, we've got a solution for that. This is the TK-5765. This is the same product except for pigmented. Multiple colors available. This is natural concrete color, and so what we're going to get here is this patio that's existing is going to match the new gray concrete color that was just placed a month ago. This slab was 30 years old and very dirty. So first we power washed, also removing any of the paint drippings before SCR application. We also power washed the driveway as a final step just to remove all the residue. Okay, let's review what we did. Inspected the concrete, we used the SCR, cleaned the surface, neutralized it, then we came back with the power washer, gave it a really good aggressive cleaning, and now we're going to let it dry overnight. We'll be back first thing tomorrow morning to seal it up with the TK-290. Hey, it's day 2. We're back on our TK-290 driveway application. The concrete is dried overnight. We're going to get started on some protective plastic on the garage and the walls, and then we're going to go ahead and put the product down. Be sure to protect finished surfaces from any product overspray with tape and poly. This goes a long way to produce a professional finished project. You can see here we're applying the siloxane dye. Should not be concerned if the color is not exact at first. It will dry lighter. Make sure you properly work the material into the surface for proper penetration and a uniform appearance. Standard paint rollers and brushes are acceptable. 3/8 inch to 1/2 inch nap rollers work really well. Remember, this is a transparent material. It's not paint. Some irregularities in the existing surface should be expected. This is what provides a natural looking finish. All right, now it's time for the fun stuff. We are ready to spray and back roll the TK-290, so I'm gonna get started. One thing to note is that you see a color difference on the driveway. It's because each square was broomed a different direction. That's important to note before we get started. You wanna make sure you use a good quality, solvent-resistant pump-up sprayer when applying the TK-290. Make sure you get it pressurized properly, and always want to apply with a good consistent spray using a wide fan tip. It's also important to back roll the material into the surface and prevent any running, streaking, or ponding. This is especially important for sloped surfaces. And we're back, and this is now dried thoroughly, and this is a great example of what the TK Siloxane Dye does. This is 30-year-old concrete. You saw this earlier. One application, and it's almost an exact match with the concrete that's a month old. That's the value added. That's the benefit that these tinted siloxane dyes bring to the table. So we're all done, so let's review. So we took this 600 square foot driveway from prep to application to done, all in, less than 50 cents a square foot, took about 3 man hours. This is now protected for the next 3 to 5 years. This is an investment that you can sell to your customers as something that is low cost, durable, and definitely worth the investment. The nice thing is you don't even know it's sealed, and that's what we're after. The natural look, sealer doesn't change anything. So TK-290, it's a great way to protect any of your gray concrete flatwork. All right, hold up. You think we're done. I bet some of you think we didn't even seal this driveway. It doesn't look like there's a sealer on it. Your customers might come out and do the same thing. This is what you do to prove to them that there actually is a sealer on there. You can see what's happening. This particular section, we purposely left this unsealed. You can see the water running off the top area there where the sealer was applied. Proof positive. TK-290, it works.